Malcolm here with my 272nd Booktube video. No, I haven't lost track of my count. We've had a disaster. The computer died last night with 270 on it, and 271 is stuck on the camera, so I can't do anything with that at the moment. So I thought I'd get another video out today, filming it live on my phone as it were, so there'll be no editing, so this will have a load of mistakes in it, just bear with me. And I thought I'd do a book haul. I've acquired a few books in the last couple of weeks, and so I'd wave them at the camera and show them off to you. So first up is The Aliens Among Us by James White. I quite like James White. Well, I say that. I've only read two books, The Secret Visitors, which I don't really remember, and Open Prison, which I do remember. That was really good. So I saw James White. I thought, let's read the third book by him and see what I think of that. I'm not a huge fan of this front cover. It's a bit sort of CGI. Unfortunately, I seem to have already had the same thought earlier, and I have a copy already on my book stack, so I'm going to have to take this one back and say, sorry, can I exchange this? I'll just give it back. I mean, it's Knocked Van Bookshop, didn't cost a huge amount. But I bet I'm not the only one to buy a book that they've already got. And it turned up today, The World Menders by Lloyd Biggle Jr. This is a nice hardback edition, and this is book 2 of the Interplanetary Relations Bureau duology. A couple of months ago I read book 1, The Still Small Voice of Trumpets. I really enjoyed this, and was very excited to see that there was a book 2, and so on. I went on to the World of Books, or WOB, and ordered this lovely edition. Really excited about getting hold of book 2 of this, and Lloyd Biggle Jr. is one of my favourite authors. I might have to do a video on him, but anyway, that turned up today and it looks fantastic. Look at that, nice sort of classic 1960s 50s style spacey racy artwork there. Good stuff. Another one from Oxfam Bookshop is Field of Dishonour by David Webber. This is book 4 of the Honor Harrington series. I picked up the first 3 ages ago, or I picked up books 1 and 3 ages ago. Read book 1, really enjoyed it. Finally got hold of book 2. So reread book 1 again, it's been quite a long time. Enjoyed it just as much again. The book 2 was fantastic, and I finally read the book 3 I had all this time and was deeply disappointed with it. And I've got quite a few of the other books in the series, but I kind of lost interest in it. Anyway, I saw this and I thought, well, why not? So I picked up book 4. Basically, she is a ship's captain of a spaceship, of a warship, and she has this cat thing as a familiar. And yeah, she's a woman in a man's world, so we get an awful lot of that part of the story. But it's very much she plays an underdog, and she eventually wins over whatever enemy she's up against. There's politics, there's war. You get nice little sort of star charts at the front of where everything is. Yeah, well worth looking at, I think. Certainly the first 2 books were good. Hopefully the third was a miss. So go give this one a go. Short Victorious War was the third one. Anyway, got book 4, so hopefully I'll continue with that series. Now, for those who've been watching my channel for any length of time will know that John Scalzi has become a firm favourite of mine in recent times. And I found The Last Emperox in the Oxfam Bookshop. What a fantastic cover this is. Look at that. Fortunately, this is book 3 of, I think it's The Old Man's War, or something like that. Yeah, Old Man's War. So I'm going to have to get hold of books 1 and 2 for this trilogy. He's not gone wrong for me so far. This looks nice and spacey wacy. I haven't read the blurb because they're quite often spoilers for the 2 previous books. But yeah, what are they? Old Man's War and Head On, apparently, or 2 other books by him. Anyway, so looking forward to getting hold of that one. Oh, it's a series. I thought it was a trilogy. Old Man's War, The Ghost Brigades, Last Colony, Zoe's Tale, The Human Division, The End of All Things. Wow, what have I got myself into? Oh no, it's not even Old Man's War. I thought it was. This is the Interdependency series. Helps if I read the thing properly. So The Collapsing Empire, The Consuming Fire, and The Last Emperox. It said also by the same author, Old Man's War at the front there, which, front and back even, which made me think it was part of that. Never mind. That was all complete garbage, which I would normally edit out, but I can't. Anyway, book 3 of a series, like John Scalzi, so I'm going to have to get book 1 and 2 now. What a shame. What else have I got? I also have Jedi Quest Star Wars book number 2, The Trial of the Jedi. I read the Jedi Apprentice series a few months ago now, and it leads naturally into the Jedi Quest series, but I only had the False Piece, which I think is like book 9. So I couldn't really do a read through for that one. Getting hold of these is really hard, but World of Books again had a couple of copies of books, and they do, when you buy 4 books, you get 1 free, and this was the 4th book I got. So effectively I got this one free. And I have 2 books in the collection. Got to build up a few more to go, but start small, work your way up. Right, what's next? I've got some more from Wob. Is a few Bob Shaws. So I've got Dark Night in Toyland. And look at that weird cover. Now, Bob Shaw, I have done a video on why I read science fiction. Bob Shaw, so I'll leave a link to that below. But I absolutely love his work, and he has never disappointed me yet. But anyway, I spotted this on the website and thought, why not? It's one I've not read, don't know anything about it, haven't read the blurb yet. I just saw Bob Shaw, I thought, I have to get that. So I did. Just, what's going on with this artwork, though? That's just disturbing as anything. But Dark Night in Toyland. No, I've actually read the blurb underneath. Short stories. So it's actually a collection of short stories. Oh, that's fantastic. I just picked it up because I thought the thing looked interesting. So what have we got? Dark Night in Toyland. Go on, pick a universe. Storm Seeker. Aliens aren't human. Well, duh. Love Me Tender. To the Letter. Courageous New Planet. Cutting Down. Hue and Cry. The KY Warriors. Dissolute Diplomat. Well-Wisher. Executioner's Moon. Deflation 2001. And Shadow of Wings. I've not read any of these short stories, I don't think, so really excited to see I've got a short story collection there. And then 2 more by him. I've got The Ragged Astronauts and The Wooden Spaceships. Isn't that artwork glorious? So books 1 and 2, I don't know if it's a duology or a longer lasting series. See if there's anything in the inside cover there. That just says that Ragged Astronauts. There's something in the front of Dark Night in Toyland. What does that say? Find the right page. Ragged Astronauts, The Wooden Spaceship, and The Fugitive Worlds. It suggests there is a book 3. But anyway, they only had these 2 on Wob, so I had to pick them up because it's Bob Shaw and he's fantastic as a writer. So there we go. And I managed to pick up from W.H. Smith's, or T.J. Jones as it's now called, last month's Marvel Select Wakanda, which is a reprint of Wakanda from 2002, issues 1 to 5. And so I think it looks at the history of Black Panther, but I'll tell you more when I do the review for that one. But yeah, so almost caught up. The new one of this month came out yesterday, and I think it's Daredevil versus Punisher or something like that. So there we go. Oh wait, I've got 2 more. Give me a second. I've just got to get them. So I realised I've got a pause function I should have used then. Never mind. Thanks for staying with me. So I also got from Wob, and these weren't part of the offer. I had to spend extra money for these. Star Wars and the New Essential Guide to Characters. I have Alien Species, the Chronology, and Droids from the same series. I didn't initially pick this one up because this only goes up to Attack of the Clones. It didn't have Revenge of the Sith in it. But basically, it goes alphabetically through all the significant characters from the films and from the graphic novels and the books, and I think even some of the earlier release films like the Ewoks and droids and things like that. So this is before all the Clone Wars stuff, and certainly before Disney got their ugly little mitts on it. So this is what I consider to be true Star Wars. So yeah, quite excited about that one. I don't think the art's fantastic. I think it's a little bit cartoony for what it could have been, but you know, it's a nice collection there. I also have the original Essential guide, which is all black and white art and stuff, but you know, obviously it's updated for the prequel films, well, the first two anyway. And one I'm particularly excited about is another Star Wars one, Jedi versus Sith, the Essential Guide to the Force. I saw this one in Forbidden Planet in London years ago, and then shortly afterwards Disney bought the rights of Star Wars and you can get hold of it for love of money. Anyway, this was on WOB and I was so excited I had to get it. And this basically features everything to do with the Force, from lightsabers, holocrons, the Sith, the Jedi, all the rest of it. You know, starting right back there with the Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, I'll hold this up so you can see it. There you go. So there's Darth Revan and Darth Malak, for those who are familiar with that part of the game. And it goes all the way up to sort of hinting at, I think they literally just sort of started coming out the legacy with Darth Krayt and Darth Talon, which is I just love. But I wanted to get this because I don't know if you go online, you can find most of this in the Wikipedia as the art that they use. And I dropped the phone on the floor. Come back to me, everybody. Are you all right? Just precariously balanced on here. Welcome back, everybody. I was going to show you some more artwork. So we got that, which I believe is from the Jedi vs. Sith graphic novel. Or the dopey looking Luke getting his lightsaber for the first time. Or a Sing in a superhero landing pose. And various other things. And again, this is from the films, the first 6 films, and the Knights of the Old Republic games, the Old Republic games, the graphic novels, the books. And so we have a lot from the Yuzang Vong War. So there's a Jedi up against Yuzang Vong ships. I think this is the 3 solo children, Jason, Jaina, and Anakin. You know, we have a young Palpatine training before his master Darth Sidious there. That sort of thing. So I got it for the artwork mostly, but I was interested in this book for a long time. So I'm going to really, hopefully, enjoy going through that. So there we go. And again, that's all pure Star Wars. No Disney involved in that one. And I don't think even the Clone Wars got in the mix on that. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed being thrown around and dealing with me running out the room and stuff. Hopefully the computer won't be out of action too long, but I'm sure you can give me all your support anyway. Don't forget, comment down below, please. Any of those books interesting to you, or not? You don't have to have those opinions too. But as usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and other YouTubey things if you want. And until next time, see you later. There we go. I think I went to right, didn't it? Where's my button? There it is. No, that's not it.